absurd. It's after 1 in the morning, having just at maybe a half hour ago decided I was going to read you some what I thought were surprising and interesting quotes from Thoreau. And rather than go to bed, which I should, I found myself saying, well, okay, that was kind of fun and easy. Who else's quotes should I read? Well, what popped into my mind was Shakespeare. Now, I must admit that despite all this education I have, I've never really been able to understand Shakespeare. But I went to this book, the Yale Book of Quotations, which, as I said before, was my bathroom reading, which you can see by the way the pages have wrinkled. And I've marked some quotes from Shakespeare that I like. It's a little sad that the ones I seem to have marked were disproportionately about aging. But for what it's worth, here they are. This first one's from Romeo and Juliet. You and I are past our dancing days. This one from A Midsummer's Night Dream. The course of true love never did run smooth. This from King Henry IV, Part 2. Is it not strange that desire should so many years outlive performance? Uneasy lies the head that wears a crown. That's also from King Henry IV, Part 2. Indeed, I have had many executive and leader clients, and it is not as easy as the media would have us believe to be a leader. These next couple are from The Merchant of Venice. The devil can cite scripture for his purpose. Hath not a Jew eyes? Hath not a Jew hands, organs, dimensions, senses, affections, passions, fed with the same food, hurt with the same weapons, subject to the same diseases, healed by the same means, warmed and cooled by the same winter and summer as a Christian? If you prick us, do we not bleed? If you tickle us, do we not laugh? If you poison us, do we not die? And if you wrong us, shall we not revenge? Two more from The Merchant of Venice. Rest, as in W-R-E-S-T. Rest once the law to your authority. To do a great right, do a little wrong. And finally from The Merchant of Venice. He is well paid that is well satisfied. The next one is from As You Like It. And so from hour to hour we ripe and ripe, and then from hour to hour we rot, and thereby hangs a tale. As in a T-A-L-E. The next one is from Julius Caesar. Cowards die many times before their deaths. The valiant never taste death but once. Next few are from Hamlet. I'll tell you when the play changes, but there are more things in heaven and earth, Horatio, than are dreamt of in your philosophy. What they mean by the word philosophy is your way of thinking. There are more things in heaven and earth, Horatio, than are dreamt of in your philosophy. Brevity is the soul of wit. More matter with less art. Meaning more get to the point instead of being so artful in your language. Of course, the famous, to be or not to be, that is the question. Whether 'tis nobler in the mind to suffer the slings and arrows of outrageous fortune, or to take arms against a sea of trouble, and by opposing end them. I didn't understand this when I was younger, but it's to end it by committing suicide. Also from Hamlet. The lady doth protest too much, methinks. Another one from Hamlet. I must be cruel only to be kind. I may have to be cruel in the short term in order to accomplish a larger good. This is from Troilus and Cressida. To be wise and love exceeds man's might. This from King Lear. How sharper than a serpent's tooth it is to have a thankless child. Also from King Lear. The Prince of Darkness is a gentleman. From Macbeth. I have lived long enough. My way of life is fallen into the sere, that is the dried, the sere, the yellow leaf. I have lived long enough. My way of life is fallen into the sere, the yellow leaf. Anyway, those are my favorite quotes from Shakespeare. I hope you found that interesting. In any event, I thank you for watching. I'm Marty Nemko. I welcome your thumbs up and accept your thumbs down. I always look forward to your comments, and especially like it if you would hit the share button below. Share on your social media so that my efforts can have broader impact. And I am flattered if you choose to subscribe to my channel, which mainly consists of self-help advice around career, relationships, money, and the meaning of life, occasionally interspersed with my piano playing, essays written by others, and in this most recent pair of experiments, a set of my favorite quotes. The one I just did an hour ago was from Thoreau, these from Shakespeare. In any event, I do thank you for watching. I'm Marty Nemko.